So what is mean by fixed beam? So students, here you can see the diagram. So fixed beam is nothing but the both end of the beam is rigidly fixed. There is no deflection and there is no slope, there is no movement. Okay, nothing happen in the support. So you can see here the dark brown color is the fixed end. There are two fixed end is there. Okay, so assume it is a vertical member, or sometimes it is called columns, concrete columns or steel columns, whatever may be. Okay, and in between these two columns a member is connected. That member is called a beam. So here it is called fixed beam. Okay, so now you can see here the definition of fixed beam. A beam whose both ends are fixed is known as a fixed beam. So the other name of fixed beam is called encaster beam. The other name of fixed beam is called encaster beam. Okay, so the fixed beam is also called built-in or encaster beam. So mostly practically they called encaster beam, but technically it is called fixed beam. Okay, in case of fixed beam, both its ends are rigidly fixed and the slope and the deflection at the fixed ends are zero. This point is very much important. So the slope and the deflection of the fixed end is always zero because it is rigidly fixed. There is no movement. Okay, so now you can see in this diagram. So a fixed beam is there, a UDL load is acting. So at two supports there is no movement. That means there is no slope, there is no deflection. But you can see at the middle there will be a little bit deflection. See, compared to simply supported beam, if you convert same beam into fixed beam, the deflection is very less. Okay, and you can see here this is the hogging moment negative and this is the positive moment at midspan. It is positive. Okay students, so this is the fixed beam. So what are the advantages of fixed beam compared to simply supported beam? Okay, so for the same loading, the maximum deflection of a fixed beam is lesser than that of a simply supported. This is very important. Okay, suppose if you take same span, same loading, take one beam as fixed beam, another beam is simply supported beam, same span, same loading. Okay, so if you analyze the deflection, the simply supported beam give more deflection. Suppose simply supported beam give 10 mm deflection, means fixed beam will give only 3 mm and 4 mm, 3 mm or 4 mm. So the deflection is very small compared to simply supported beam. That is the major advantage. Next, for the same loading, the fixed beam subjected to lesser bending moment. Okay, so why? Because if you consider a simply supported beam carries UDL load, what is the maximum bending moment formula? It is WL square by 8. Okay, at midspan, WL square by 8. So for the same loading, same span, a UDL load is acting in case of fixed beam. The bending moment value is WL square by 24. WL square by 24. So now tell me which value is maximum, 1 by 18 or 1 by 24? So 1 by 8 value is maximum. That means WL square by 8 value is maximum compared to WL square by 24. So the bending moment is very less in case of central bending moment. Okay, midspan bending moment is very less compared to simply supported beam. Okay, the slope at both ends of a fixed beam is 0, both slope and deflection, and the beam is more stable and stronger. The beam is more stable and stronger compared to simply supported beam. Next, what are the disadvantages? So since it is rigidly fixed, large stresses are set up by temperature changes. So due to temperature, there is no way to expand or contract because it is rigidly fixed. So that large stresses is developed. Next, special care has to be taken in aligning supports accurately at the same level. Suppose while maintaining the level of the beam, we have to take care more. Okay, so it should be placed in the same level. Okay, on the support. Okay. Next, large stresses are set up if a little sinking of one support takes place. Suppose a support is sinking. Sinking means what? Support will get deformation. Support will get sink. Means, so one support is sink, other support will not sink. Means what happened? Definitely the beam will get damaged. So more crack will happen compared to simply supported beam. So simply supported beam is a highly flexible beam, but fixed beam is not flexible. It is highly rigid. Simply telling means this is one. Simply supported means flexible beam. Fixed beam is a rigid. Okay. So okay. So in this first problem, load is acting W. First step, we have to remove this fixed end B at B point. So I applied a clockwise moment at B point and there will be a reaction is there. So now you forgot this diagram and remember only this diagram. Okay, students, this step is applicable for all the problems. So now, so for this reaction and for this moment, we have to draw the bending moment diagram. So previously in propped cantilever beam, only reaction acting at B point. So we drawn the bending moment diagram for only reaction. But in addition to this reaction RB, there will be a MB also there. So we have to draw the bending moment diagram for MB also. And after that, you remove this RB and MB and apply this W and draw the bending moment diagram. Okay, so now we will see one by one. First, I applied only RB. Okay, so we have to apply one by one. Okay, first I applied RB. Now what is the moment value? So RB into L. Okay, so this is the bending moment diagram, RB into L. So what is the corresponding distance, eccentricity? So since it is the triangle, this is a triangle, so 2/3 of L. So if a point load is acting means the bending moment diagram is a triangle. So 2/3 of L from the edge. Okay, so this is the bending moment diagram for RB. So next, remove RB, apply only MB. So now I am applying only MB. So MB is nothing but it is a moment. So in case of moment is acting, what is the bending moment diagram, shape of the bending moment diagram? It is a rectangle. It is a rectangle. Okay, so same moment, that means MB. Here also MB. Because moment value they given. Okay, so the height is MB and the corresponding length is L. Now what is the centroid distance in case of rectangle? It is L by 2. L by 2. So far we drawn for reaction and we drawn for moment. Next, remove these two loads. Apply only W. Okay. So now draw the bending moment diagram. You can see here. I applied only bending moment, that W load, external load, and drawn the bending moment. Okay. So W into L by 2. So this value is W into L by 2. Okay. So next, corresponding centroid. So up to here it is 2/3 of L by 2. Up to here, up to C point, 2/3 of L by 2. So we need from B point. So we have to add again this L by 2. So this is L by 2, L by 2, and this also L by 2. Okay. So from here to here, it is 2/3 of L by 2. And plus we have to add this L by 2. So we need from B. So we got 0.83 L. Okay, students. So now, how to find this RB and MB? RB and MB. So in propped cantilever beam, we applied one equation, that means A x bar divided by EA. Okay. So that is for calculation of RB. Okay. So here instead of RB, MB also there. So we have to apply two equations. Instead of one equation, we have to apply two equations. What are the two equations? So we know the Moore's first theorem and the second theorem. What is Moore's first theorem? It is A divided by EA. That means area of area of bending moment diagram divided by EA. So next, second theorem is, we already seen propped cantilever beam, A x bar divided by EA. Okay. So in this first condition, it is called compatibility condition. First compatibility condition, we have to apply only P value. That means area of the bending moment diagram. So now tell me, what is the first diagram area? So half into B into H. So half into, what is this? If you take first diagram, half into B is L and H is RB into L. Okay. So you can see here half into B into H. Next, minus. What is this area? The height is MB and the corresponding length. If you consider the second diagram, height is MB and the corresponding length is L. So MB into L. This is the second area. It is minus. Okay. Next. So except this reaction, all other diagrams are minus. Next, come to this diagram. So what is the area of this diagram? Half into B. B is L by 2 and H is WL by 2. Okay, so half into B into H equal to 0. So from this, we got one equation. That means RB into L square by 2 minus MB into L. So it is WL square by 8. Okay, so because here two unknowns are there. One is RB, another one is MB. Two unknowns. Okay, so next, apply the second compatibility condition. This second compatibility condition, we have to multiply area into X bar. Okay, so what is the first diagram area? This one. Okay, second diagram area, this one, and the third diagram area, this one. So we already calculated area. So same area you can write here. You can see same area. Okay, same area you write here. Multiply by corresponding centroid. What is the centroid of first diagram? You can see here, students, centroid of first diagram, 2/3 of L. Second diagram centroid, L by 2. Third diagram centroid, it is 5 by 6. That means 0.83 L or 5 by 6 L. Okay. So please be remember, in propped cantilever, we used only one equation. That means A into X bar, area of the bending moment diagram into X bar. But in case of fixed beam, since we have to calculate two unknowns, we have to use area, only area, and first compatibility condition, area divided by EA equal to 0, and second compatibility condition, A X bar divided by EA equal to 0. Okay, so now we have two equation. That means this is one equation, this is two equation. So if you simplify this, here also RB MB unknown, here also RB MB unknown. So if you solve this two equation, we got RB value W by 2 and MB value WL by 8. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, student, this is the answer. So now draw the free body diagram. So the moment, since load is acting symmetrically, that means acting at center. So MA equal to MB. So load is acting symmetrically. So MA is equal to MB. Okay. If load is acting symmetrical, means because both ends are fixed, load is acting at center. So MA equal to MB. and also RA is equal to RB. So this is applicable only for load acting symmetrically, RA equal to RB. So you can clearly understand from the free body diagram. You can see here WL by 8. So here the direction of the moment is changes. Here anti-clockwise, here clockwise moment, and W by 2, W by 2. Okay. So from this, draw the shear force diagram. You can see what is the reaction W by 2. You can see here left reaction W by 2, right reaction W by 2. So here W by 2 minus at this point. At middle point, one W load is acting. So W by 2 minus W, we got minus W by 2. So this is the shear force diagram. And the bending moment diagram is, I already told now. So it is a negative moment at hugging moment at the support. So it is WL by 8. At midspan, you can take the moment about the center. So take a moment about the center point. Okay, take a moment about this point. Either you can take left side or right side. Okay, so that means W by 2 into L by 2. So we got WL by 4. This is the moment at the C point. Okay, students. So this is the first basic fundamental problem. Okay, so now you can understand the difference between propped cantilever beam and fixed beam. Okay, students. So time's out. So here I am closing the session. So we will discuss more problems in the next class. Okay, students. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, students. Now we will move to the next problem. So in this next problem, you can see a combination of both UDL load and point load is acting. Okay, so the point load is located 3 meters from the left support A, and the UDL load is acting throughout the span. So what is the first step? We already discussed in previous problems. First, we have to remove the fixed end at B. So next, apply RB and MB. RB and MB, clockwise direction MB. Okay. So under external loads, this is the first step. Second step, we have to calculate the bending moment diagrams. So first bending moment diagram, what is the first bending moment diagram? Is RB. Okay, for reaction at B. Okay, so the moment at A is 9 into RB. The span of the beam is 9 meters. So 9 into RB. So the centroid distance is 2/3 of L. Centroid distance is 2/3 of L, since it is the triangle section. Okay. So next come to second moment is MB. So directly you can take MB, and the corresponding centroid distance is L by 2. So L is 9 meters, 9 by 2 meters. Okay. So this is common for all the problems in case of fixed beam. Next. So here you can see there are two loads are acting. So we can't apply these two loads at a time. So what we have to do means, first I am applying a UDL load. First I am applying a UDL load, and I draw the bending moment diagram. Okay. So you can see here 50 kilonewton per meter load is acting, and the corresponding bending moment is 50 into 9 square by 2. So we got 2025. This is the bending moment at A. And what is the corresponding centroid distance? It is 3 by 4. For triangle, it is 2 by 3. For parabolic, it is 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 of 9. It is 6.75 meter. Okay, students. So we drawn 3 diagrams. So one more diagram is there. That is for point load. That is for point load. Okay. So the fourth diagram, it is for point load. Since it is a point load is acting, the bending moment diagram is a triangle. So force into perpendicular, 50 into 3, it is 150. So the corresponding distance from A, it is 8 meters. Okay, students. So now apply the first compatibility equation, that is A divided by EI. A divided by EI equal to 0. A divided by EI equal to 0. Okay. So now for first triangle bending moment diagram half into B into H, and second rectangular bending moment diagram 9 MB, and third parabolic bending moment diagram it is 1/3 of BH, and the fourth diagram is a triangle, so of BH. So from this the equation 1 we calculated. Okay, what is the value? It is 40.5 RB minus 9 MB equal to 6,300. Equal to 6,300. Okay. Next come to second compatibility condition. So same value right here. Okay. Same value. So 40.5 RB, 9 MB, and 6,300. Okay. That means 60.75. So since two diagrams are there, two centroids are different. So 60.75 this one, and 225 this one. Okay. So multiply by the corresponding centroid. The centroid we already calculated in the diagram. Okay, you multiply in the centroid. So therefore 243 RB minus 40.5 MB and 42806.25. This is the equation number 2. So we calculated two equations. So in these two equations, we have two unknowns, RB and MB. Here also RB and MB. So equate these two equations and solve. We got RB is equal to 237.96 kilonewton and MB is equal to 370.8 kilonewton. Okay, so next we need to calculate RA and ME. How to calculate? So for that we need the free body diagram. So whatever be the known values you write here. So RB we known, MB we known, and the loads also we known, and the corresponding lengths also. So next RA. What is RA? RA is the total load minus RB. What is total load? So here there are two loads are acting. One is for UDL load, another one is for point load. Okay. Okay. So next, the total load is 50 plus 50 is the point load, and 50 into 9 is the for UDL load. So from this RA minus RB, sorry, RA plus RB is equal to total load. So RA is equal to, from this we calculated it is 262 kilonewton. Okay. Okay, students, is it clear? So next we have to calculate MA. So please watch carefully. This is unsymmetrical section. Okay, students, this is unsymmetrical section. So MB and MA are different. So how to calculate MA? So taking moments about the point A. Okay, so I will tell step by step you follow. So first you can see what is the direction. It is anti-clockwise direction. So minus MA. Okay. So next, load into perpendicular distance. What is the perpendicular distance? 3 meter. So this force into this perpendicular distance. 50 into 3. Next, 370.8. 370.8 is nothing but the clockwise moment. Okay. This moment also will come here. Okay. 370.8. Next, reaction, RB reaction. So 237.96 into 9. So this force into this perpendicular distance. It is anti-clockwise direction. So put minus 237.96 into 9. What is the balance one? This UDL load. Okay. Since UDL load is acting throughout, so 50 into 9 square by 2. So from this we calculated MA is equal to 404.2 kilonewton meter. Okay, students, is it clear? So next, based on this reaction and moment, you draw the bending moment diagram. Okay, students. So I already told how to draw the bending moment diagram and the point of how to find point of control of flexion.